Hello and welcome back to A We Talkin'. Today we are going through hate threads of NCT.
Yeah, we're going through hate threads of our faves because recently NCT's been getting into some stuff on Twitter.
Yeah.
They've been getting literally flamed, dragged,
dog walked,
exposed.
Say.
We're just gonna go through some hate threads. I've favorited some on Twitter, or saved some. This first one. NCT 2020 been boring as hell, and half the songs on the album didn't even hit like that. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that are that NCT 2020 was really good. I'll say it. I prefer Neozone. Neozone is one of my favorite albums. Like, I loved Neozone.
Neozone was really good.
2020 wasn't bad, but I still prefer Neozone.
They also said, Make-A-Wish, not that good. Punch washes any day. I don't know if I like Punch or Make-A-Wish better.
Make-A-Wish was a really good song. It's just that the concept.
Yeah, the concept. That's another thing that they're getting dog walked on Twitter for.
Punch was less problematic.
Punch was less problematic. So I guess in that perspective, yeah.
Yeah.
NCT 127 should have never left that studio with Fire Truck. Very embarrassing.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Fire Truck.
I liked Fire Truck.
I liked Fire Truck. That was the first NCT song that you ever showed me. I remember that day very vividly. We were sitting in the Walmart parking lot and you were like, listen to this group NCT, and you put on Fire Truck, and I was like, I kind of like this.
Like, when we first got into NCT, it was like Fire Truck, Simon Says, Regular, Touch was a big one. But I liked Fire Truck. It's just that their early concepts.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Limitless.
They also said NCT Dream got like 6 good songs, probably more than that, but I don't even listen to them like that. I would argue that NCT Dream is like probably one of my favorite units in NCT. I love like all their songs.
I do think they're given the short end of the stick when
Definitely.
it comes to like when they're like for Reload, they didn't even know it was happening until like a month before. Pre-orders didn't go out till like 4 seconds before it came out. Like, they're given the short end of the stick a lot of the times, and I think on Reload that showed in Puzzle Piece.
Give NCT Dream a full album.
A lot of the songs from Boom Era I really liked.
Boom Era and We Go Up, I think, were their 2 best eras. They also said, y'all need to let Simon Says go. That song sounded like ass in a blender. I liked Simon Says.
But here's my hot take. You know, in the beginning when they do that like chant?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a traditional New Zealand chant, and because I made an edit of like Queen Blackwell like screaming over it, and somebody commented and was like straight face like and I was like, oh no. I was like, what did I do? And I commented and I was like, let me know, like, was it offensive for them to use it in their song, and is it offensive for me to keep this meme up? And they were like, yeah, I find it really offensive. So now I feel bad listening to it. Yeah.
I did see the original video that they sampled it from. I think it was like at a wedding. Other than that beginning part, I think it's a good song.
I like the song, I like the dance. It's just, I feel,
now that we know what the chant is and stuff like that, it
kind of bittersweet to listen to. I'm like,
yeah. Everyone clowns Jaehyun for the West Side thing, but nobody has actually pressed him on it, and it's because he's pretty. So that's because he was singing Caroline by Amine and lip sync the N-word.
Baby, give me kitty. Killer, West Side nigga.
But no one's actually like pressed him.
And I think that's the thing with a lot of K-pop idols who get into stuff like that or say the N-word winner. They don't get pressed because they're like, oh, like, they're my faves, like, I love them so much, so, like, it was just one mistake in their life, like, you can't label them for that. If you don't educate them or come at them and let them know that it was wrong, then they're never going to learn from it.
Exactly.
So
a lot of these stars, because we were looking at them before we started filming, talk about Mark having a black scent.
Yeah.
And this person said, Mark's black scent should not be that damn thick. This man grew up in Canada. I don't care how many months he lived in New York. I lived there for years, and I don't even be talking like that.
I don't hear it personally. Maybe it's just like because I am black and I am around black people. It doesn't like, I don't think it sounds like a black scent, but
I've never noticed it. I feel like now I'll be more
like
cautious and aware. That beat Johnny produced for Bad Smell was giving worst beat of all time. .mp4. I didn't really listen to Bad Smell that much. I think I've only listened to it like once, and then I like didn't listen to it anymore.
Johnny's DJing sometimes.
DJ John
gives me very Midwest dad wants to make beat. I love Johnny Suh.
I love him so much,
but maybe he needs a little more practice.
Yeah.
The beats do not be going crazy sometimes.
This one said Teo could easily be a more popular member if Moonies just gave that underdog script to God.
Give it to God. If God don't do it,
it won't get done.
I feel like when I first got into NCT, like, and I'm sure this is probably true for a lot of new citizens, like, Teo didn't seem very, like, interesting to me. Like, I was like, oh, he's very quiet and, like, in the background. But, like, he's very much a hoo-hoo, ha-ha, me funny type beat.
Yeah, and I feel like he does have the potential to be one of the most popular members in NCT. They said Lucas is just there to look pretty. Maybe they should let him sing or something, but this talking on the beat is not giving.
Just because NCT is our old doesn't mean we won't criticize. I'll say it right now.
We're going through...
Lucas got to be one of the worst rappers in NCT.
Yeah.
I'll say it right now. Like, goddamn!
Yeah.
Like, bro!
Yeah, damn. It's just not... It's not giving.
And in a lot of, like, the Super M album, like, there were songs I really liked, and then Lucas's part came in, and I was like, why y'all like...
Why did y'all let him do that? Next one says... Johnny needs to stop rapping. I say this from a place of love. Please keep singing. He's good at that. Or at least put the beat louder, because it sounds like he can't hear it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. I mean, to be honest, we haven't really seen a lot. Only this year have we really seen Johnny rapping, or at least being on the track. Like... I don't know. That's a tricky one.
I'll say a controversial hot take as an NCT stan. Compared to, like, how long he trained and, like, how much I would expect. Oh, my God.
He's put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
He almost debuted in EXO. So that says a lot. But I do feel like Johnny is another member that gets the short end of his stick.
Yeah. His voice comes out really well in a lot of songs and, like, has a lot of good tone to it. But I feel like it's underdeveloped. Like, he's been at SM for how long now?
Yeah.
And I feel like he hasn't changed much since debut.
I feel that as well. Next one says... Jeno raps like he's reading from a paper with one word shown at a time and the words are backwards. Just get off. Leave the screen.
They flaming the shit out of
They're flaming the shit out of them.
I will say Jeno's the best rapper in NCT, but I guarantee you he's better than a lot of these rappers out here.
Yeah.
Example Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. I love Mark
Twain. I love Mark. I love GOT7.
I love GOT7 so much.
In most times.
But I will say that Mark Twain gotta be one of the worst rappers in K-pop. And that's just us being honest.
You are a part of me. You and me. We are one.
Very much talking on the beat.
If we want to talk about bad rappers, that's a mini cast.
Yeah, that's a mini cast. But we love Mark Twain.
We love Mark Twain.
And it's all from love. Like,
it's all out of love.
We're not saying, like, oh, he sucks, like, he's the worst, he shouldn't be in GOT7. No, we're just saying that we don't really, prefer his rapping style.
That's all.
Jamin could have just stood there and looked pretty, but he's a little unhinged. He also can't rap, but he's better than Jeno. They called Jamin unhinged. Wow.
I'll say it right now. Jeno is for a fact my bias in NCT Dream.
Mine too.
So to me, I prefer his rap over Jamin's. But they both have two very different styles. So
Yeah.
it's like comparing like rock music to like classical music.
Their
Not
vocal
really,
ranges are also very different.
Yeah.
So, unhinged. Win didn't get nothing in 127 or Wavy, so I don't understand the grudge Weishenis have against 127.
Because in the beginning he struggled so much with Korean, I felt like he connected faster with Wavy, and I feel like he looks more comfortable overall.
Me too. And I also agree, like, I don't get the grudge that they have, like, with, like, NCTzens and Weisheni. I don't get why they're like, oh, Win come back to 127, like, all this. Like, I feel like he's doing just fine, maybe. And I feel like even if he got, like, the opportunity to go back to 127, I don't think that he would want to. That's not me speaking for him, because I don't know, but...
And, like, even though he still hasn't gotten, like, the lines he deserves, he's gotten way more in Wavy than he ever did in 127. Like, let's just say that right now.
Next one says, Xiaojun, one of the prettiest men in NCT, but can't take selfies for shite, because he looks like a racist Reddit moderator in them.
Not the Reddit moderator.
Damn!
Not the Reddit moderator!
Damn! I do agree that he's one of the prettiest members in NCT.
Like, Xiaojun, one of the prettiest bitches on this world. Vocals amazing, dancing amazing, like
personality amazing,
so cute, so funny, love him.
Damn.
Not the Reddit moderator.
Damn.
But I do agree that his selfies do not capture his beauty as well as they could.
They said Kick It was a bad song. I liked Kick It a lot. Kick It, like...
Are you kidding me?
Kick It, like, shook my world. It was so good. I remember when I saw Kick It, I was skipping class, and I sat in my car, and I watched it, and I skipped biology, and I just cried. They said, oh wait, another member, Won Jungwoo, one of my favorite members, because we don't know nothing about him. He just clock in, sing, and do a twirl, then clock out, and I respect that. Yeah. Jungwoo is so interesting to me because he was a mechanical engineering like major before he was in NCT, and he's just so... It's true, we don't know that much about him, but that's what makes him interesting to me.
And like I saw a lot of threads about like appreciating Jungwoo and how he wasn't just like plucked off the street for being pretty. Like he had to go through like the entire process to try to make it to NCT, and I respect him for that.
They said Boss was ass. Now that's just something I have to just disagree with off the bat. We were obsessed with Boss for a while.
Oh, that was also one of our like...
We were obsessed with Boss for a while.
I think we played it to death, but it's still a good song.
They said Taeyo, also one of my favorite members. He got some lungs on him and saves a lot of the NCT songs. And the shirt thing is one of the only things I'll chalk up to blaming the stylist, because I don't even think he knew what it meant. They're talking about how in Love Song, when he was wearing that shirt that had like the guitar with like the Confederate flag like print on it. Did you not see that?
No. Hold on, let me take a moment. I'm sick of people being like, well, they're across the world. How are they y'all don't got history class? It's 2020. The age of globalization and digital technology. Like, the message gets transferred from Korea to Germany in 2.2 seconds. You cannot tell me that they don't know anything about the world outside of Korea. So do not come in the comments, oh, they don't know. Okay, then learn.
Yeah.
Okay, then learn. And I'm not saying that people across the world are super educated about Korea or about other parts of the world, but it's our job, everyone's job, to learn more. So you don't hurt people.
I feel like these stylists and these idols just need to be educated so much more.
And it's not that hard.
It's really not.
Isn't. It's... And, like, you want to the world, Yogan NCT. Okay, then learn about the world.
Literally.
Like, SM... Like,
practice
SM,
what you preach.
Practice what you preach. Like, SM is one of the biggest companies that are about, like, globalization and reaching around the world. But I have yet to hear about, like, artists and stylists and stuff that are educated about the world. Like, if you want to globalize to the world, maybe you should make sure that you're not mocking and making fun of the fans' culture that you're performing in front of. Maybe do that. Go by NCT Dream, ... beautiful gowns. Go gotta be one of the best NCT Dream songs. I'll say one of the best. Here.
The music video, flawless. The song, flawless. The whole concept, That's, like, one of my favorite concepts in NCT.
Love that whole, like, rebellious blah blah blah.
Rebellious teen, like, on the run.
Jumping fences and shit. Love that.
Oh, so good. Do-young also falls in my Taeil Jungwoo line. He just sings and leaves, and I love him for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's climbing on my bias list.
Yes. And that's the end of that thread. That was a very good thread.
That was a very good thread.
I really enjoyed that one. We have another one here. Please get into your head that those 2018 NCT drugs need to be gone, banished, thrown in the trash. Some of them, like, I know, like, obviously we weren't a part of the fandom then, but I've, like, seen some of them circulating, and y'all were ruthless back then. The graduation system for Dream was stupid, and it always should have stayed a 7th Dream.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't think SM had any plans.
Yeah.
They had no plans in the future. Like, they put out this whole graduation concept. I don't think they had anybody lined up to join. I don't think they knew what they were going to do with 2000 line, because they were going to have 4 bitches leave at once.
Yeah.
Like, they had no real plan to keep it going. Like, they didn't know what they were doing. NCT Dream didn't even know what was going on.
Literally.
And it, like, that was so heartbreaking to see. Like, them just be in the dark about, like, what's going to happen.
Exactly.
Jisung literally like on stage, like I was like, oh my god, like they literally knew nothing. They didn't know if that was going to be their last concert. They didn't know if NCT Dream was ever going to get another comeback.
Exactly.
Like, plan better. Like, come on now.
They deserve so much more because they put in so much hard work and effort
as little babies, as infants, children.
They deserve so much more. They also said, not gonna lie, I had a bad feeling about Make-A-Wish's concept. Yeah.
There are a lot of things in this comeback that, like, made me uncomfortable and made a lot of other fans uncomfortable, especially with the music videos and track videos, like the Misfit track video. Bro, take off the do-rag.
Yeah.
Take it off. Like, hip-hop culture and K-pop is... Hip-hop culture in Korea has been problematic from the beginning.
Yeah, they don't have a good...
About that in another episode,
they don't got a good track record.
Like, homie, you do not need rainbow dreads, cornrows, and do-rags to do hip-hop. I promise. I promise you don't. Like, you... It doesn't make sense to me. Shawty, first of all, your hair gonna fall out. Second of all, that goes back to the whole, to the world, blah, blah, blah. Learn about the world. Like, this is, like, especially right now, something that people know what's going on. And don't say that they don't, because there's literally idols that are donating to the movement. So don't tell me that nobody in Korea knows. BTS themselves have donated. So do not tell me that nobody in Korea knows. And then you, in 2020, come out with a track video in do-rags?
Yeah.
In any year, it's wrong. But 2020? Brother.
Yeah. It's like they don't learn. All these people, like, do all this, like, problematic stuff, and it's like, why can't you take those situations and learn not to do that in the future? Why do you have to keep making those same mistakes?
They watch the other people get dragged and flamed and blah, 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 because I know people are monitoring what's going on and how people are reacting. So why don't you just change it?
Yeah.
Like,
why do you choose to keep doing it?
It's so easy to do a concept that doesn't appropriate other cultures. It's so easy. It's literally so simple.
They said, other than the intro, Wakey Wakey is underrated and one of their best Japanese songs. I loved Wakey Wakey.
I love Wakey Wakey. Wakey Wakey and Chain are probably one of my, like, top NCT songs. Well, I have a section. I have, like, chillin', and then, like, poppin' ass. Chain and Wakey Wakey, top of poppin' ass. Like, love Wakey Wakey.
Yay.
Love Wakey Wakey.
Domino deserved what Bad Alive got. Domino was a really good song.
Domino is so good.
Off
Domino, Up From Here, and Domino. Two of my favorite songs.
Also, I didn't like the Bad Alive English version at all.
No.
They also got into some heat with the lyrics and that. I just didn't like
they
it.
all come a dime a dozen.
Like, come on now.
I know they probably didn't write the lyrics, but God.
Come on now.
And hot take, I didn't really like the dance that much.
Yeah.
Like, that had some potential to be an iconic dance. I just didn't. I didn't like it.
Yeah. Quiet Down should have been the title track instead of Ridin'. Yeah. I liked Ridin', but I feel like Quiet Down was such a stronger song than Ridin'.
I feel like they do not choose good title tracks for Dream.
Yeah.
As much as I loved Boom, Stronger? Come on now! Imagine opening the album. Come on. They're not good at choosing title tracks for NCT Dream. I'll say it right now. Like Raiden, I can't, like, it's one of those songs where, you know, like, where there's songs you have to kind of watch the music video with it.
Yeah.
Because, like, without it just seems like strange. I don't know, strange. Like, I don't know, listening to Raiden, I skip it.
Yeah.
But, like, if I'm watching the music video, it's fine. But, like,
please stop making the Neos do weird shit on the video calls. Really? You making them act like animals when so many people that can't get in want to actually interact with them and ask them questions. Yeah.
Like, you did all that work to video chat with a member of NCT, and you talking about, can you bark?
Can you bark?
Can you wink?
Can you wink?
Especially with Jungwoo.
Yeah. I saw a tweet the other day that was just like, please stop making Jungwoo do this cute shit and actually ask him to sing something, please.
Like, he's more than just like, he can do more than that.
Yeah.
He's in NCT for a reason. You can ask him questions about life. You can ask him anything you want, but you're gonna ask him to bark for you or like I don't get it.
Or act like a literal baby on camera.
Like, homeboy is what, about 22 now?
Yeah. Come on now.
Come on.
Our camera turned off.
We're back. What I was gonna say was one song that I think withstood, like, the stands of time, if that's even withstood the stands, whatever, is My First and Last.
Oh, definitely. My First and Last is up there with Go. Yeah. For me.
One of the best NCT Dream songs.
Another thread that we'll be reading. SM hires gay idols so that they won't have dating scandals.
Is that, like, on their audition form?
Like, I don't know how they can determine that, but...
And the thing is, that doesn't make sense, because if you have all gay idols,
then they would...
date each other.
Yeah.
Like...
I think Mark Lee's head is large. Why do N-citizens like bearing the fact that Jaehyun said the N-word? Also, Dreamzins suck ass for how they always allow their faves to constantly make colorist jokes about Haechan and pick on him. Plus, fuck Lucas for being a fat-phobic piece of shit. There's a lot to unpack with this one.
Here's my one thing about it. I feel like a lot of fans of color, like, don't know, like, the history behind colorism in different contexts, because like in Korea, I know that, like, back in the day, like back in the day, I'm not talking like the 50s, I mean like back in the day, like the higher ups stayed inside and like were higher ups and were rich, and like you worked in the fields when you were poor, and obviously you would be darker, and that like transferred on further into society, and like people determined like what your wealth was and like what your place was based on your skin color, so and still make jokes about it today. So people will take clips of, like, I know there's like a BTS clip of Namjoon saying that someone's like as black as the wall, blah blah blah. Obviously, in any context, that's not good to say, but I don't think it's in the context of comparing them to black people, or comparing them to Indian people, or comparing them to Native American people, or comparing them to other people of color, even though in any context it's wrong. I just think it's something that they need to work out of their casual daily conversation, because I'm sure that even though Haechan has said many times that he's come to love his skin, it shouldn't have been an issue with friends around you like making you feel like that.
Lucas being fat phobic, that whole thing. We talked about this before, like in Korea, it's like when you greet people, it's always like, oh, like, did you eat well, like, have you eaten, stuff like that. So in that situation, I don't know, I do think that sometimes he could go a little bit overboard, like a little too much, like
in a lot of cases, not even just Lucas. As obviously from like a point of view that's not used to hearing that on a daily basis, like people don't walk up to you and say, oh, you've gotten bigger, or are you, at least not nice people, but like it being like kind of casual conversation sometimes over there, it's kind of hard for me to like connect well with it, but like I don't vibe with it.
I also think like what you said, I think it's something that they need to like try and like work out of their normal conversations, because it can make people uncomfortable a lot of the times.
And make people feel bad, especially like if you're saying it to like one of your members who's obviously an idol and obviously always has their body on display for everyone to judge. Like, you kind of may not want to be judged by your group members as well.
Exactly. Orbits and End Citizens are the more subdued versions of Blinks and Armies. Blinks and Armies are very more vocal and more aggressive, but I feel like...
And bigger.
And bitter. But
bigger.
Bigger. Yeah. I said bitter. I do think that Orbits and End Citizens are getting on that track of being like that.
Because there's some End Citizens that are bananas.
Yeah, just kind of crazy.
And toxic.
I think Taeyong sounds like a zipper when he raps, and sometimes it just does not fit with the song, and other times it does. I swear it will not kill you to use your normal tone, sir. Damn. Calling him a zipper.
Called homeboy a zipper. I don't like that she said it's okay to use your normal tone, because how are you supposed to tell him what his normal tone is? Maybe that's just what happens when he raps. Maybe that's just the sound that comes out when he raps or when he sings. Maybe that is his normal, and maybe that's just his style, and if you don't like it, then don't listen.
This person in this story, they were going in. They were kind of more, a little bit meaner than
more like, I'm gonna flame the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
you're ready to get crispy type beat.
So, they also said, Yuta is actually a good singer. I just don't think anyone cares about him enough to say it. He's also oddly intense.
I feel like outside of, like, End Citizens, people have that opinion of him, that he's, like, intense and, like, scary. Like, they have Taeyong, that he's, like, intense and scary. But, like, once you, like, get to know as much as you can get to know someone on your screen, like, he's a very multi-sided person, and I don't think he's intense or scary at all.
They also said 10 is nothing to me after what he did for BLM.
That pissed me off as well. I'll say it right now. I made so many long posts about that, but the black screen, no hashtags, not fucking with it, because what's that gonna do? You have and I was so mad about all of these idols, especially idols that are aware and have addressed the fact that they get inspiration from black artists, or idols that are from the States or, like, from other countries where they have black friends, or they have... First of all, you don't need to have black friends to support the movement. You just need to have human decency. But them not using their millions of followers to help is absolutely blowing my mind.
Yeah.
It just blows my mind. And that, not even with BLM. There's stuff happening all around the world. It's not just about America or just about Britain. There's shit going down in Nigeria. There's shit going down in Yemen. There's shit going down in Iran. There's stuff that people can use their voices to talk about, and they just choose not to, or their companies force them not to. And that blows my mind, because you want to be to the world and inspire the world, but you don't want to use your voice to help.
Yeah.
Don't like that.
Exactly. They said, the way Johnny is there for comedic relief, that half of the time is just corny and fucking stupid. I think he gets a pass for it because he's hot, though. I don't think Johnny's corny. I actually think that Johnny's really funny. And I actually really like his humor.
I don't think he's corny most of the time. Sometimes...
I mean, yeah, sometimes people are corny.
Yes, I'm corny 90% of the time. Corny right now.
They also said, half the time, I just think Mark's raps are above mediocre, and we are so used to hearing ass K-pop rap that we think that he's on some new level when he's probably just on Logic's level. And then in parentheses, they said, I know someone gonna be like, well, you drop a bar then. No, laughing, crying emoji. I'm not getting paid to do it like he is. Damn.
Here's my thing. Art and music and stuff is subjective. I'm not going to say that every one of Mark's raps was A1 top tier. But I will say that some people like Logic, I think.
I don't know.
I don't listen to Logic.
I don't listen
but
to
I don't, like, people like things and some people don't. That's just, like, how it is. Some people may think Mark is literally the best rapper in Korea. And that's their opinion. And that's that on that. But, like, come on now. In Misfit... It's been a minute. Come on!
That was really good. That was really good. I for real can't imagine you people actually listening to any of the Neo's music. Like, all of their releases have just simply been ass this year, and I think you all are just products of the SM brainwashing whistle. No. NCT has had great releases this year. Has put
according
out, to us, in our opinions, some of like the best music of 2020 that has come out this year has been by NCT. Some of my favorite songs of this year. I don't think I'm being brainwashed by SM. I just think
we don't know.
We don't know. I just think I like their music. So
I mean, hey, maybe we are brainwashed. You hear a whistle?
Hey. Neozone was not all that for y'all to be acting the way you did. We talked about this before. Neozone, I think, was a good album.
Neozone is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, NCT albums. How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I can't believe it.
Like, Love Song. Like,
when I say no skips,
Sit Down.
When I say no skips, sometimes I'm being dramatic, but like,
no skips.
EXO's recent comeback, like last November, I think it was, fucking Neozone, Awaken the World. Those 3 albums had legitimately no skips for me. Like, any of those songs come on and I will let it play. Like, they're all so good. EXO, Day After Day. Come on now.
So good.
Come on. Awaken the World. Up From Here. Domino. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, Neozone, Sit Down, Love Song, Boom. Like, come on. Every one of those songs on those albums hit for me. So I cannot relate to people not liking Neozone.
They said Snoopy Zens shouldn't be that bold or edgy for someone whose fave can't hold a note live in the register that SM makes that poor boy singing. Prime example, that Back to You video y'all love to use. Don't be coming for Jungwoo's vocals.
Like, if you're gonna shit on SM because they deserve it 90% of the time. But one thing they do. One thing that they do well is producing vocalists.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot walk into SM and tell me that you will find an awful vocalist. Like,
top-notch vocalists. In my opinion, some of the best vocalists in K-pop.
That's not saying that every vocalist at SM is top tier, worldwide, amazing, but you're not gonna find a bad one.
You're not gonna find
like, everyone in SM can hold a note. Like, that's just one
and
thing.
not even NCT, like Shiny,
Come
EXO,
on now,
Red Velvet.
Come on.
All right, that was the threads for today.
This has been a main cast. Thank you for watching. Comment if you want to comment.
Like if you want to like.
Subscribe if you want to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe if you want to subscribe. Follow us if you want to follow us. Jung Snoopy, and we talking Duddy.K-pop. And
yes.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah. Bye.
Mm.